Morning all, John here for a Monday morning. The one thing you will get from this channel is that you will get plenty of everything for everybody. There will be something for everyone. Could be from watercolour to oil pastels, pastel pencils, soft pastels, you name it, that I will probably do something, if not a lot, on each of them. Over the course of time, obviously a lot. One thing I have promised myself for a while was an eradicator brush, or you would know it as a scrubber brush. Now, I bought this one. Right, so I'll just show you that. Hopefully that's focusing. Now that's a Royal Langnickel. Now I have to be honest, because I've never used an eradicator brush before, I thought I would buy a cheap one. Now, oh, here's Eddie. Anyway, I bought this eradicator brush. And Royal Langnickel are pretty cheap with materials. But this was actually quite expensive on Amazon. Now, I have gone to the art shop at Skipton, the same people who are selling it on Amazon, and you can buy it for half the price direct. You will have to pay postage, but you will end up getting more for less money. So that's a little annoying. However, having said that, I've got to say I'm thoroughly pleased with this brush. Now, this is only a small 2mm one, and it's a very bristly brush. I've used it very briefly, but as you know, I've been doing a graphic picture. So I wanted this to see if I could remove some of the highlights that I was beginning to lose. I hadn't lost them, but I could have got away with them. But I wanted them even brighter, just to set off the contrast. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you what it is like on graphitin, tell you that exactly the same will be applied to watercolour pictures. So that's great. This could be a real game changer. I would advise anybody to get one of these, and I haven't hardly used it. Already I'm in love with it. So this is a serial number 2. You can buy a number 10 and I think maybe possibly a number 8. This is a stiff scrubber. You can also buy soft scrubbers, which are in 2 different sizes. Rosemary & Co do quite expensive ones. I think it's just in one. And Matthew Palmer of the SAA also has a set, which I'm quite tempted to buy. But I like these ones so much that I might actually just stick with these. I'm not really sure yet. And that also comes in 3 sizes. So without further ado, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you what it's like on this graphitin picture, bringing back the highlights that I want, and lightening. It's not just for highlights, it's for lightening colour as well, and maybe removing a top layer of colour that you want removed. So I'm just going to show you, have a bit of a play, and just show you what it's all about. So some of this picture may be fairly light. And the highlights that I want to remove might be fairly light. I mean, I was trying to save the highlight through here, and pretty much on the whole I have, but it's very, there's colour got into it. It's sort of seeped its way into it. So firstly, I'm just going to have a go with that. So what I do is I dip it in the water, okay, get off quite a bit of it. You only want it damp, maybe touch on your tissue. I'm just going to scrub through here. I hope you can see this on camera, but if not, I will be doing other bits anyway. So I can see it's already, you just gently scrub, and you can get the detail you want doing this. Gently scrub, dab off with a tissue. So gently scrub, I can see it's removing this highlight, so it's making it sharper already. Right, now you might not be able to see that much because it's quite light on a light colour. So just gently scrub. It's becoming whiter, which is what I'm after, and you just dab. Actually, that's come out really well. So what I'm going to do now is, here are some folds in the shorts, and this was a dark area and I was trying to save these lights, so I could lighten these up even more. Dab, gently Gently scrub it. If you scrub too hard, you'll damage your paper. So I'm barely touching that. That's not really having the desired effect yet on this bit, it has to be said. Oh yes it is. No, I tell a lie, it just needed time to soak into the colour. There, you can see. Let's bring that up lighter already. Okay, and then you'd go back over with your colour, putting that where you need to. Right, so another piece where I want a lighter area is through here, because there's a highlight coming through here. So I'm just going to gently scrub, put some water on it. Yeah, I'll put some water on it first. Let that soak for a second, and then we'll just scrub gently away. And I can shape any highlights I might want. And this is graphitin, by the way, so it'll be much better on watercolour, I'd say. Clean the colour off and go over it again, just to release some of that colour and dab off. Now you can see, I hope, that that has got much lighter. So in an area where we've got this, I've got this young boy's brown skin in, but I've also put in lots of dark, really dark shadow here. So maybe I might not want it too dark down here, but I haven't decided yet, but I'm just going to do this for demonstration purposes. I'm just going to put in some water, a little piece of water, not too much. I'm just going to scrub the top layer off, hopefully, by being very gentle. So you can see it's already becoming lighter. So I could correct a mistake that way. Yeah, look at that. Clean the brush, gently scrub, small touch of water, not too much because we don't want to damage the paper and we don't want to press too hard for definite. So look at that, it's getting lighter and lighter and lighter. So I'm going to leave that because I'm going to adjust that later anyway. So you just go back over that with the colour that you want. Another place that I'm wanting highlights is in the cheeks here. You can see I've already done one, I've done part of the nose, but I want to do this cheek and just get a little tiny highlight on there. So I'm just gently scrubbing that out. You can see the colours being released. And all of a sudden I've got a really lovely highlight on that cheek. I hope you can see that. Okay, alright, I've brought up a little bit of the paper there. Maybe it's a little bit soft there, but try not to if you can. Okay, so another place, let's see another place that we can do. Let's do round here. We want a little highlight along there. Gently. There we are. If you get to the point where you're starting to peel the paper up, obviously stop. Which I had got to that point too much. So there we go, we've learnt something within the video. Don't do it too much. Let's put in a highlight, or just lighten an area which is already light, but we want it even lighter. Let's let that soak for a second, I think is the best thing to do. Right, that's soaked. Now we can just gently draw that out, lift that out. That's as far as you need to go. Keep dabbing. And that's got, well, exceedingly lighter, although I wonder if you can see it on camera. But that has got exceedingly lighter. Look, it's almost back to white, in fact. So let's do another place, shall we? Just for argument's sake. Let's do a little bit of his chin, just see if we can separate this area here. So the chin area is quite light, you can see, and there's a light area there. So we do a little area there. We'll let that soak for a second. We'll let this soak for, we don't want too much out of here, so we're letting that soak just for a second. And then we're gently scrubbing until we get to where we want to be. Oh, that's enough. Can you see that highlight? Look at that, it's beautiful. And here, We're just scrubbing out a little tiny piece of highlight. Okay, get rid of that bit there. So what you would do at this point is you would go back over with your soft brush to tidy up the colour. Just do one more. I want, there should be a dark colour and a light colour. Well, they are two different colours, but maybe, say for argument's sake, this was too dark. Let's just lighten this up. And this is graphite, by the way, again. So that'll contrast against that and that if I lighten it up. Clean the brush, let it soak, and then just gently scrub until the colour starts lifting, and then just dab. You can see it's got slightly lighter already. So get a tiny bit more water. I think maybe in some cases the soft scrubber would be the better option. There, look at that. It's got lighter, which is exactly what I wanted. Okay, so if you do go too dark, let's separate this part up here. It's like having an eraser, really. That will contrast against that dark piece now. Say there's a little piece here. We'll separate the collar from the dark area underneath it, and you can dab that out. And then what you would do is just get an ordinary brush and just soften your colouring. Now we'll just do one more piece. We'll do a bit here. We want to separate the shorts, get more contrast, so I'm just going to put a little bit of light on there, a little bit of water on there. I'm going to let it soak for a second, and then I'm just going to gently scrub backwards and forwards. The one thing you get with graphite that you wouldn't get with watercolour is that you do get the tinted, or the graphite particles. So you can see I've got a nice little highlight there now, and it shows that there's a fold going up there. Well, I hope it does. Alright, but you get the graphite particles with graphite, but this is doing exactly what you'd want it to do. Right, just brought it back over it again accidentally, so we just, there we go. Right, so that's how the Eradicator brush works. Right, so as I said, there's a little bit of something for everybody on my channel. I never really know what I'm going to post about, and today that was a new brush, so I thought, well, why not? I'm doing a graphite picture. Oh, hello Eddie. I'm doing a graphite picture. I'll see if I can pull out some highlights, and I'll show you guys how it's done. That also works on watercolour. I would imagine it also works on things like neo colours and any water-based oil pastels, I would imagine. I will test that and I will let you know. So there's always something for everybody, and I hope that tip has helped you. I'm not going to go into reams and reams of explanations because there's no need to. You just need to be shown how it's done, and that should be enough. That said, whomever, wherever you are, have a great day, a great week and a great year. And again, be kind. Bye for now.